Hello.
Happy New Year.
I know we haven't been on in a couple weeks of the holidays.
Yeah.
Hope you all enjoyed your holiday and the new year. For those of you in the holiday challenge, again,
Great work.
I know we got some really cool feedback of how even just a week of, 4 weeks of tools and ways to kind of navigate the holidays really impacted how you spent your time. So
Yeah.
that was cool. Hey, Hannah.
Yeah. And, we're so inspired by like this idea of newness and change. And, what we talk a lot about, we had this amazing call with our program last week, was it's not like this pressure to do all the things, right? It's just this idea of doing some of the things, right? And it's not reasonable to think that we're going to do all the things. So how can we prioritize? How can we be clear? How can we put resources in place and outsource and do that and bring this sense of like fun and lightness to it?
Yeah. I think there's a lot of pressure, and how we feel about resolutions, even just this idea of pressure and resolutions, and it comes like you're coming off a really exciting time to like start this new year fresh and clean and whatever. But oftentimes we get like kind of pulled down by that pressure. So
yeah.
I know we're bringing a lot of like playfulness and lightness and just like exciting things to this new year. So
yeah. And one of those things that really inspired us was a woman who joined our course, and when she was joining, she was like, I can't do all the things. Like I can't make all the calls.
Yeah.
I have this going on and that going on, and I'm working, and I have three kids under like the age of 3 or 4, and she's just going on about like all this fear, like, and who hasn't felt that? Like, who hasn't felt called to do something and had that fear voice and had that I can't do it, it's too busy, I've got work, I've got kids, I've got all these things that are telling me no. And she had all of that, and we were like, look, like, let's just do some things. And today was her 12-week in kind of like check-in call, which is our program's 12 weeks, and what she said is why we do what we do.
Yeah, goosebumps. She had so many great points about, her energy and her mind and her body and her ability to show up for herself. The one thing that so resonated with us, and just like, goosebumps from like, those like scalp goosebumps that you get, like that's what we had, was she mentioned that she's a better parent from just what she's learned in MOVE. And to us, that is like the greatest gift, to be able to give back to our community and have them give back to theirs, right? And so it's just kind of like this ripple effect and this impact of just really, really amazing things. So
yeah, and just like remembering, like when we do feel our best, like that's when we can give our best. And we say it all the time, and I know it might sound like cliche, but we just want to remind you, like you are told to put yourself last. That giving is putting yourself last. And we really want to have a conversation with you all that giving is not putting yourself last. That when you put yourself first, not in a way like you don't care about anyone else,
right?
But when you meet your needs, when you take care of yourself, when you're clear, you have so much more to give.
Yeah.
And we've really, really, really got to undo this script, this really damaging script that is prevalent in our society, that giving is putting ourselves last, because it's actually the opposite. All right, it doesn't mean just spending our whole days at spas and not caring about anything other than like what we need in a moment, but it's like meeting our needs, taking care of ourselves, so we can go.
And sometimes that is really challenging. It's not easy, and might not seem super fun when you're in it. I think another thing that this woman spoke about today was, that's exactly what Melissa said. She was like, I didn't realize, like, I know that you guys had kept saying it before I joined. And even in the first phase of the course, she was like, I didn't see it. But in order for me to give, even to her kids, even her family, she's like, I needed that first. And I think for her, that was like the biggest, challenge and change that she really experienced throughout the 12 weeks.
And so if you felt like it's impossible, or you're too busy, or you got kids, or it's not the right time, or work is crazy, or it's too overwhelming to do all the things, we just want to tell you, just do some things and choose to give to you. It's scary, it's uncomfortable. We get it. We've been there. It will change everything.
Yeah.
it will help you support your family, your friends, your colleagues, whoever you need. So you are so worth it. We wanted to pop in here and remind you of that, remind you to carry this fun energy through the new year, bring some playfulness because, that's your choice to make.
Yep. All right. Enjoy your Tuesday, guys.
Bye, everybody.